What's up, y'all? What's popping? How y'all doing? Happy Friday. It's your favorite candy lady, msicandi and Karma Fox is in the building. Y'all, look, it's bedtime for me. We having a sleepover tonight, okay? Your girl is tired, but it has been so much going on. Seriously, so much going on in these.
Because if you follow me, you know I've been down that rabbit hole. Stick me down that rabbit hole. You hear me? Look.
Yes. I listen, and it's funny because Wednesday, when we talked about Friday's show, we only had 2 topics.
That was it.
That was it. We was gonna be quick. We was gonna hit our points and be like, "Y'all have a good night." And then
Kim Porter's showing out, and I'm here for it. Kim Porter says, "Ain't no resting, Diddy," and I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh! So y'all, bear with us. So I was gonna upload like all of these videos and all these pictures and stuff like that, but y'all seen them. Okay. If you guys are anywhere on social media, like right now, we're streaming on YouTube. So if you have access to YouTube, you've seen them. If you have access to Facebook, you've seen it. If you're on TikTok, you've seen it. If you're on Instagram, you've seen it. Like all the stuff that we're talking about today has been for the past 3 to 4 days has been going on and on. So let me just let y'all know the topics we're talking about. We're talking about, this is the old one, not the old one. I'm sorry. We're talking about KeKe Palmer and Darius Jackson. Now, y'all know we've talked about them before when he got mad at her dress and said, "And you a mother. You should be dressed like this. You a mother," whatever. Now, KeKe has filed a restraining order against Darius, and KeKe also has filed for full custody of her child because of a domestic violence dispute. And that's going on. So the aftermath of all of that has been just trending in social media. Mama Sharon stepped into the group chat. His brother, what's his name? Sharon. What's his name? What's the brother's name? Do you know his name?
I'm up here lighting a candle so Kim can come on and see.
Okay. His brother done joined a group chat. I think his mother done joined in. So we in this family group chat that's going on with KeKe. We also got Chrisean Rock, who attacked James Wright Chanel in backstage at the Tamar Braxton Love and War tour. That's been going on. There's been a lot of backlash about that, a lot of stuff. It was a lot of different stories, situations. We're going to talk about that. The most recent news that we got wind of is Cassie. My girl Cassie has a $30 million lawsuit against Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Dr. Love, Sean Combs for rape and domestic violence. So we got to talk about y'all. And everything that we're talking about surrounds violence in some kind of way. You notice that? It's like our show about violence. It's like, I'm happy you doing that. I can't hear you. I'm happy you giving us that energy because the violence is making.
That's what I'm doing. I'm lighting my candles because some people's ancestors fit to beat some people's asses. That's what I'm feeling in the room. That's what I'm feeling in the room. It's a lot of violence this week.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people going down in the age of Aquarius.
Right. And the reason I guess we had it in that order because that was the order it was presented to us. You know what I mean? It was introduced at first with KeKe. And the first thing that we heard about KeKe was that she wanted full custody of her child. And then right after that, we heard that she filed a restraining order. Now, when somebody filed a restraining order, it's a reason, so it was weird how people's reaction to KeKe filing this restraining order was. Number one, they was blaming her for leaking it to the public. You know how it is when you're a celebrity and you have anything going on with the courts, it's public record. And
I read it. Did you read it? I read, I'll be reading some court docs. Did you read it?
I read the 30-something page document from Cassie. That's what I read. I did read it.
KeKe's was disturbing as well.
Okay.
Disturbing as well.
So break down the KeKe story for us. Break that down for us.
KeKe's court docs went over a couple of issues of violence that she caught on her in-home camera. So the first issue actually happened in February of 2022, I believe. And it was over a bikini picture. She had took a picture in a bikini. I believe she tried to show it to him, but he got upset about it, basically saying, you trying to do too much. And she's like, no, I took the picture, just to show you what my body looked like. Mm-hmm. He hemmed up on the stairs. Then we have another issue where people have seen where she's getting thrown under the couch. That just happened at the top of November. See, that's what I'm saying. Kim up here working on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So at the top of November, he decided he gonna go get his son. According to the docs, they have broke up in October at this point, and they have never lived together. So he should not have access to her home. However, he brought his light-skinned self to the house to get the baby that was not agreed upon for him to come get to go to a football game. He was on the phone with her mother at the time. He decided to come into the house, come upstairs. The baby was not in the house at the time. The baby was at her sister's house. She tries to put like a piece of furniture between them as they're arguing. He comes around the couch, takes her phone, throw her over the couch. Then the police end up showing up. Mama come, mother, mama come. And so she said, if you don't play out this restraining order, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's what I feel like Sharon said to KeKe at this point. However, KeKe also expressed that there was a lot of love bombing early on in the relationship. Those were her exact words, love bombing, and then a flip of a switch, and things just started to go. He even stated that he was there was some jealousy over their son, and stated that he understands why other animals eat their son. That was also
that's how she wanted custody of her child. Yeah, with her baby. Okay, that makes sense.
So with all of that, she has been granted a TPO, a temporary restraining order. The way that they found it, because she had extenuated like evidence that was already attached to it, the temporary restraining order was given. However, they still do have to go to court for the rest of the things, but she was able to provide enough evidence for that and for custody to happen currently. But she does still have a road ways to go.
Okay. So have you noticed the public's opinion with this situation with KeKe? I just found it amazing. Like they're blaming KeKe for the steals of the video being out. And it's weird. Like it's so weird that they think KeKe leaked pictures of her getting beat up versus like any other time I've noticed where it's a public situation, like a court, legal lawsuit, whatever going on, and it's a public figure that's going through it. We know the bloggers be like searching, like they get that information and they get out. It'd be some people that leak it from the actual courts. It'd be all kind of stuff. But all of a sudden, KeKe did it because she trying to ruin Darius. Like, really? Who is Darius? Y'all making it seem like this dude is somebody.
Listen, they're not protecting Darius. They protecting themselves. Y'all got to look at the flags. I think people are starting to be upset because it's like, oh my God, no matter what happens, no matter what evidence is presented, whether it's Meg, whether it was Ro on TikTok who got hit with the brick, so now we're seeing KeKe Palmer, and people are like, why now? Or, why didn't they leave? Or whatever the wording is. I'm telling y'all, those are the abusers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
As we had identified at the very beginning, because remember, girl, when I first wrote about KeKe, remember, I had got drugged and them dudes is up here tussling.
They was mad. Remember, they was mad. They was so mad.
Okay. But when we first identify his reaction to the situation, people who know been in or witness abuse know abusers by face. They know about language. It is the same tactics, different person. So when we hear, we can automatically identify. But we was kind of crazy.
We sure would.
We was crazy, trying to break up a family, a happy home, all that type of stuff, right? So all these people y'all are seeing, men, women, whatever, who up here typing, them the ones you need to block. Because they're crazy. They're either the ones that's going to watch your ass get beat up and not call the cops, the one that is beating your ass and not letting you call the cops, or the ones that sympathize and ask, well, what did you do to make him call the cops? All three are dangerous, men and women. Gotta go. Grab and block and left and right.
Yeah, because I've been tripping. Like, just, I'm not used to that, y'all. I'm not used to that. What up, Ebony? I see you, boo. And Latoya's in the chat room. I see y'all. Yeah, it's just weird to me that people are trying to defend this dude, especially because he a clown and he a nobody. Like, I understand how some people just like, okay, with the Megan Thee Stallion and the Tory Lanez thing, some people were Tory Lanez fans, right? So it's like, even with what we're going to talk about in a minute, we're going to talk about Chrisean Rock. Some people defended her. They're her fans. Darius is nobody. Like, what?
People connect to people, whether you follow people or not. Mm-hmm. If you are a fan of something, there is something about that person you identify with. Mm-hmm. Something. Now, that does not mean that if today or tomorrow we find out, because y'all know I'm a huge Jill Scott fan, huge Jilly from Philly fan. I find out tomorrow Jill been doing some fuck shit. I didn't follow Jill for that, and I would quickly pivot, right? But you have to watch the people who like people like Chrisean, who is violent. Mm-hmm. That's because you're violent.
Yeah.
There is no way that some types of content and things are just grabbing your attention for no goddamn reason. If you like gossip columns, you like the gossip. Mm-hmm. There's a portion of you that likes to gossip. If not, you will be attracted to that content, right? Mm-hmm. So these fans of Tory Lanez that I had never seen before in my life until the pandemic issue and all of that.
Right.
That's because they too would have shot Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. It ain't the music. I see his monthly listeners. It's him and his mama. It's about 2-3. Ain't nobody listening to Tory. Don't nobody know what Darius do for a living. He just like Tiffany and Tommy from Martin. Don't nobody know what that man do. You're not a fan. You're not a fan. Right. You are a fan of his abuse and his tactics, and you would do the same thing, and that's why you like him.
And that's weird. I guess there's some just straight up KeKe haters out there too. But so let's talk about the order of everything that happened. So we find out, because it was public record, that KeKe had filed this restraining order and for custody. Then we find out that Darius's brother, he did a tweet, and he was basically subliminally implying that KeKe and her camp are manipulative liars, and we gonna find out the truth eventually. Then Mama Sharon gotta make a video.
Come on, Sharon. Come on, Sharon.
But then Mama Sharon makes a video, and she like, you know what? Usually I don't do this. And y'all, I'm not posting the videos. I don't want to get flagged. I don't want nobody to say I stole their stuff. I don't want none of that. So I'm just gonna tell y'all the order how it went. And if y'all want to see it, y'all can look it up. Because it's still out there. So Mama Sharon do her video when she say, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to say this. I've spoken to you, Sharon, whatever his name is, and over a year ago, complaining about your brother and the abuse. And you said, I used to do that when I was young too. That's what you said. So she was like, so miss me with that other stuff, making it seem like it ain't what it is. So after she did that, his baby mama, you know, he was on Insecure, and the girl that was like Keisha from the bank on Insecure, if y'all watched Insecure, she hooked up with him and they had a baby. But then suppose they had some drama that happened or whatever. She did a little subliminal tweet, like a crying emoji, like, boy, like I done been through this, girl, basically. So then we find out that the brother is going through some custody stuff with her. So then Mama Sharon comes back again. No, not Mama Sharon. Darius leaks some audio. I think
Armand Wiggins on YouTube. You can find the audio on TikTok, but you can also just go to Armand Wiggins. He's the one that took the audio and gave it to.
Yeah, so he posted it, and because you hear it all throughout the video, you're like Armand
Wiggins.
Armand Wiggins. That was annoying. But you hear the video. Mama Sharon is basically telling him, I will put a bullet in your head, basically, bro. You get a bullet put in your head. And then from that, I guess we're supposed to feel like, oh, KeKe's mom is violent and threatening Darius. So like, it was weird to me that they thought this was going to make sane people be on Darius' side. Because as a mother, if I know that someone is abusing my child, yes, I'm going hard for my kid, period. I will threaten you. I will pull up on you. I will actually pull out the gun and shoot the bullet in your head. So I don't know why you thought we wasn't going to understand Mama Sharon telling you, I will put a bullet through your head.
I've laughed that hard since Kirk Franklin cussed out his son a couple years ago. When I listened to that audio about 3-4 times, all was great. What got me was when people was worried about Usher. That blew my mind. Why would Sharon say something about Usher? First of all, she wasn't even supposed to be recorded. Let's be clear. Right. He illegally recorded the conversation and then put it out to the blocker. That's number one. And she already cleared it up and said that she said that Usher was bisexual to keep her daughter safe, to try to make it seem as if Usher would not even be attracted to KeKe, trying to lower the man down. That's number one. But Usher has had some rumors now.
These ain't new. These ain't new rumors. Mama Sharon ain't telling us nothing we ain't heard already. Let's just be clear about that.
Heard before. Y'all more upset about that than when y'all was up here dragging Usher about herpes, which is a real STI, which is a real stigma. Y'all was up here all the jokes in the world. Now you worried about Usher, who probably rolling skating in his living room getting ready for the Super Bowl?
Period.
But y'all thought him having herpes was funny. Like hilarious with Let It Burn tweets, but now y'all worried because he might be bisexual. Get out of here. He's not a victim.
Right. Usher was just collateral damage. She said sorry, Usher. She ain't mean that. She also has said something about Lauren London, like Lauren London don't like your brother. You know what I mean?
No, and next.
Yeah. And it wasn't a slight to Lauren London at all. This is just Mama Sharon going off on him, telling him he trash, his whole family trash, your brother trash, your mama trash. You ain't got nothing going for you. Like Mama went off. Okay, I ain't heard nobody cuss nobody out like that in a long time. She let him have it, and it was needed and necessary. So I really don't have much to say about this situation, except for I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly.
Heard of it because he never denied the abuse. He never denied the abuse, even on your leaked call. You never once was like, I don't believe that you threatening violence against me. I would never you're still like, we're already seeing the pictures. What did you think was gonna do?
Right.
And it's very different that Armand leaked it.
Like, what's the smooth tactic of, oh, I'm gonna leak audio of Miss Sharon cussing me out? How was that supposed to help him? I didn't understand, because I didn't see it in the comments. I'm sure it was some in the comments, but I ain't see nothing in the comments. Like, I believe Darius, Mama Sharon was wrong. I didn't see it at all. Like, not one person. And I was going through the comments because I live for the comments more than anything else. Them comments be on fire with some of this stuff. Like, I'll be going for the comments. Sometimes celebrities come in the comments. Something, you know what I mean? I'll be trying to see exactly what they're saying. And no one was like, Mama Sharon wrong. Like, everybody is like, that's her mama. That's her mama, dude.
Yes, listen. And if you got shots for me, you come for me, because my co-host say it, I'm going to say it. I did not like the fact, and I'm going to hold accountable to, Armand, you should have never even leaked that.
Yeah.
Everybody want to get clicks and views off of serious situations. And when you heard the audio, I don't understand why you leaked it. What was the purpose of it was a private conversation, number one. And what if she would have got charges for a threat, protecting her daughter?
So it's,
you know what I mean? Like, why did you do that? What was the purpose?
So they said California is a consent state where you have to consent to somebody to record you, right? So she did not consent to that recording to happen. So not only would Darius be in trouble for taping her, would Armand be in trouble for leaking this? Because
I hope so.
Armand Wiggins.
I hope so.
You take
everybody know it was you.
Yeah.
I hope so. You leaked an illegal recording, but more on top of that, like, where's your morality scale at? Because why would you have leaked that? Because her threats were valid, and I would hate for her to have charges brought at any time for her saying that she would tear him up over her daughter that's getting abused. But because you want some clicks and some views, you thought it was a good idea to leak this illegal recording. But isn't he from Tasha K's?
Girl, I mean, he don't like Tasha K. They beefing, but they used to. They started off tight. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So what do y'all think, y'all, in the chat, real quick? Y'all have any input on the KeKe Darius situation? Because right now it's still going. We had, I guess, a text conversation was leaked from Mama Sharon to Mama Jackson. I guess Mama Jackson was like, "Oh, you threatened my son. Now we gonna have to take legal." And she like, "Bitch, take it. I don't care."
And that's why I'm disappointed with some of these bloggers that decide to leak certain information. Just everything doesn't have to be your breakthrough story for whatever you're trying to do, because Sharon better not have her hair touch on her head,
right?
Because her daughter was getting thrown over a couch, exactly. And whatever she said to him, it's up and it's stuck.
And as bad as this is, eventually I feel like the video will get leaked, which is terrible because I don't feel like.
And you know what? It probably be about Armand Wiggins. Wiggins.
Yeah, and I feel terrible for KeKe because that is not something that she probably wants or needs to happen. But what y'all gonna say then? Like, we've seen the stills, and it's different days of him. You know what I mean? Like, she's on the ground, he's on top of her. Like, we've seen enough to know she ain't lying. So now what? Now, you know,
then it becomes victim blaming. Don't you understand? They moved the goalpost. Yeah. So once you have proven the abuse, whether it's Meg and her foot showing, documented records, or whatever the case may be, then it is, well, why did you stay so long?
Right.
Why didn't you leave after the first incident? Well, you picked the person, then it becomes the victim blaming of it, that you are responsible for the trauma that you endured in this domestic violence situation. So the goalpost continues to move. So it doesn't matter whatever it is, because KeKe did not leak this and she has not given us a statement. Bloggers came and found public record. And so these pictures, just like when Rihanna's pictures was out there, they did not, that's not something they asked for, right? And so, you know, it's going to be continued to move, but that's okay, because you know what? I feel the ancestors.
You know, and I think maybe the ancestors is getting tired of the way Black women is being treated. Period. Ooh. Because, I mean, if you paid attention to the past few years of just the rhetoric that we hear people say about Black women and the way they treat Black women, the way Black women aren't allowed to be human, aren't allowed to have feelings, aren't allowed to be tired, aren't allowed to be vulnerable. Like, it's just like, so maybe they helping us out, because it's exhausting. It is so exhausting.
We are in the age of Aquarius. And even though I think Aquariuses can be a little detached, they are very truthful individuals. This is the moon of exposure. I cannot wait. People is going to jail, hell, or both, and I can't wait to see what happens next. It's happening. It's happening.
Dang, Ebony. She said she isn't dead is why. When we don't die, they
hate. Push back on that, Ebony, because even when they pop up dead, it is still their fault in the grave that they ended up in the grave. Because if you would have left sooner, you wouldn't have been in the grave. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Our dead bodies ain't even respected. It doesn't matter. We are we got.
We are.
We are.
We are. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna move it on, because we still pray. KeKe, we praying for you. KeKe, we got your back. KeKe, we supporting you. Mama Sharon,
I'm calling on Kim. You hear me? Kim busy. Kim gonna stop by your house. She gonna take care of all the abuse.
That's how we with you. We with you. And this is not a group chat I want out of, because sis, KeKe is baby sis. And we got you. We standing with you. Okay.
I'm going to the spiritual group chat. I'm about to get in the Kim Porter ancestral group chat. Cause you can't tell me that it ain't a lot of spiritual work and movements going on. Really think about it. Like, how much shit has been going on. I didn't even know that L.A. Reid was currently had a lawsuit filed on November 8th for sexual assault. He also is good buddies with Diddy. We got the Palestine and Israel shit going on, Palestine and Israel shit going on, Genocide Joe, and stuff going on. It just feels like people are being awakened of things in all different aspects and areas, and a lot of things are coming to the surface. And you cannot tell me this isn't ancestral. You can't tell me.
I'm with it. I know that's right. She said lock all they asses up. Period. Period.
You're going to jail.
Lock
You're
him
going
up.
to jail.
As
You're going to jail.
yeah.
You're going to lock his ass up. You're going to jail.
Under the jail. All right, so next up, y'all, Chrisean Rock, come on to the stage, girl. We got to put you in the hot seat. So, y'all know Tamar Braxton is on a Love and War tour right now. It's interesting because some of the comments that I have seen about this is Tamar Braxton don't have no career, don't have no talent. She trying to use Chrisean Rock for clout. And I was like, what? But okay, let me tell y'all the story. So I'm chilling at home minding my business like I always do. And I'm on the Instagram. And across my Instagram, I see something from, I think it was Hollywood Unlocked, where a gentleman who is one of, I guess, the promoters and one of Tamar's friends for a show is just going off because he is saying that James Wright Chanel was attacked by Chrisean Rock backstage in the dressing room at Tamar's Love and War show. So his version is he didn't know nothing about Chrisean Rock and how she was performing and all that kind of stuff. I got a little visitor. What's up? I'm sorry, y'all. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I got a whole toddler just walked in on me. I got distracted. Karma walked out. Kyra walked in. He said, I got your back, Karma. I'll host for you.
The baby is always going to be on my side. You hear me?
He said, you need my help?
Listen, I get my own back secrets. I'm it.
Okay, so he says that Chrisean Rock beat up James basically and busted his face and he was bleeding or whatever. He was throwing a whole bunch of shade about Chrisean. Like, I didn't know you was a performer. I didn't know you had music. I didn't know, whatever. You weren't supposed to be on the show. This is my show, or whatever the case may be.
Are we getting a Robert? Because everybody knows Cincinnati.
We know Rob, right?
Millennials know who Robert is.
Right. So when his story came out, the first story came out, people were skeptical because it was a whole bunch of Chrisean fans that was very skeptical. I wasn't skeptical. I was just trying to figure out what the heck, like what? And I was trying to figure out why Tamar would even want this little girl at her show, because I'm the type of person where I would actually buy a ticket to the Love and War show. I like Tamar's music. I'm a fan. Tamar be having Tony Braxton skeet out. Sometimes she had Trina and like Tawanda. Like I would go to that show because Tamar, I've seen Tamar and it's a good vibe. I wouldn't expect Chrisean Rock to come out. I don't know her song. I don't want a Chrisean Rock show. You really just fart while I'm on it. That's really what you just did. Okay, so anyway, that's what I was confused about. So then we see James gives us a video. James gives us a video from, where was he at? He was in the hospital for the first video? Because I know we got one from the dentist too. He was at the dentist office.
It was at the dentist office.
Okay.
He showed us at the dentist office and he didn't show his face. He just said, I am at the dentist office getting my tooth fixed. We still haven't physically seen him and his injuries, and I don't think he needs to prove that. But he did tell us that he was there. Chrisean also went live and told us that it was some wicked and weird shit going on. She is the wicked and weird shit that was going on. And then after Troy went live saying that she went rock like a dungeon dragon. Robert Hatcher. Okay, so those who are not in the greater Cincinnati area that needs to know who Robert Hatcher is, that you probably have now seen on the blogs. Cincinnati is like 1 degree of separation. It's very small Black community. So if you have went to high schools, basically like especially public high schools or whatever, everybody pretty much know who everybody is. Okay. Yep. Robert went to West High with my older sister. He also worked with my older sister's mom. He went to America's Got Talent. He did a single. Then from there, he started to hang out with like Frankie and Keisha. He comes back home, does like shows. He did one at the Greenwich years ago, different things like that. But he definitely does come home. And then he has managed Leandra Johnson. Y'all might have seen him on Iyanla Fix My Life when she had her situation. And he's a tour manager for Tamar Braxton. So us in Cincinnati, 100% believe Robert's account of the story. And this is what he said. He said that Chrisean was supposed to go on during the twerking section. She was supposed to twerk to It's a Vibe. She was supposed to be on the side of the goddamn stage, and she was supposed to come out. When the video and clips that we see of Chrisean is at the end of the show, when the cake come out, they sing Love and War, all of that, and she was confused. They then moved backstage. He said it was him, Tamar, and like 2 other people. They're trying to understand why she's so upset. They were not aware she didn't come out on the stage. They understand there's a miscommunication. They said Chrisean said something to the extent that she feels like people be playing her, and this happens to her all the time. So they're trying to console her. So then they're asking the background singers, now James, perfect Patty Pat. All he said was, we didn't see you on the side of the stage, and you rocked like a dungeon dragon, and bitch, I believe you did it. And you're going to jail. I believe it. I don't need to see nothing else. I believe it. Going to jail.
For me, what happened, like watching all of it, I believed it when it first came out. I did not believe it. I totally believed it because that's on brand for Chrisean. That's totally on brand for her. So it wasn't non-believable when anybody else said it. But once Rob confirmed,
once Robert said it, the city agreed. Yeah, as a whole, we agreed. Yeah, if you went to West Side 99 and graduated with him, if you went to church and he was on your organ,
I don't care where you're watching from. I don't care what you think. I don't care what your thoughts. Even if you're in Cincinnati and you know Rob and you're like, well, I don't like him or whatever, whatever. That's fine. I want to explain something. Robert is my friend. Outside of like celebrity TV, I can call him, right? He was at my daughter's christening. He's one of her godfathers. That's my friend. So I know Robert very well.
Whether you dislike, as you said, whether you dislike Rob or not. And I have critiques for Rob. Okay, yeah. I have some critiques. I definitely think he puts himself into I wish he would move different camps. Yeah, and I would say it like that.
For sure. But Rob isn't lying. Rob is not a liar. And the way Robert gave us everything from they were standing here, I was standing here. She said this, she moved this. That person wasn't in the room. We closed the door. This, like, he gave us facts. He gave us body language. He gave us placement. Like, that's what happened. And you know what I'm saying? I don't need nothing else. That happened.
I get it because y'all like, who is this guy? Because he's the tour manager. And again, if maybe you're not from the city or you didn't watch America's Got Talent, you may not know him in the forefront like we know him here at home. But he's not lying about this incident. But let's say we only took Troy's account. Y'all act like y'all ain't seen Chrisean in action. Exactly. Like, you haven't seen her on Zeus Network body. Them hands need to be registered. Shit, I need to be a little easy on her because I'm not fighting her. She going to jail. Okay, right. Her hands needs to be registered. We're not gonna sit here and act like it doesn't take much. Chrisean responds anytime she feels disrespected. That is her trigger, and then she goes and she beats someone's ass. And how she felt disrespected in that situation did not cause for that type of reaction. I don't know why she thought she was performing. It don't sound like no contracts. You didn't come to no sound check. I don't know what made her think she was performing, but that right there shows me why she's probably not performing. Because what business are you doing that you didn't understand the difference between a performance versus you being invited to have a little KeKe?
Right.
Like that's not clear. So your management, the way that you do business already is sketchy. She did it. And ain't nobody got to set her up. That is the legendary Braxton family. They don't need her for no clout. We know who they is.
Right. I thought that was weird. Even Chrisean went live with her friends because first she was like, I'm getting off social media. I'm deactivating my pages. And then a couple of hours later, she go live on one of her friends' accounts. And then that's when I sent you that video, Karma, where she was like saying, these people crazy. They ain't got nothing going on. She holding her baby and stuff. And her yes women was right there saying the same stuff. And it's like, y'all not even a good squad or team to have her in this stuff. Like, you guys are not even, she need to, first of all, she need to go to jail. Okay, let's just be clear. She needs to go to jail.
Okay,
so she should have put her hands on that man. And let me be clear. What if James would have punched her ass back in the mouth? He'd have been wrong again, though, right?
Or filth on the internet.
He'd have been so wrong. Oh no, kiss James, protect women, don't hit him. But she can punch him in his mouth and knock his tooth out. When she was mad and wanted everybody to have a missing tooth because she got a missing tooth. Is that what it is?
Because I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not. You did it. I'm 100% sure you did it. I'm 100% sure you did it. So ain't no alleged banner over here. I'm 100% sure you did it. Yeah. You did that shit. And what's crazy is that Chrisean needs help. We all know it. If there was some sympathy that you have for Chrisean, it's because you know that girl needs some help. You know that she has had a lot of trauma. But once your trauma starts traumatizing others, then you need to be held to a responsibility and standard. And for her, it sounds like you need rehab or jail. Because you hit perfect patty pie.
I could say rehab after jail, but I feel like she need to go to jail first.
I mean, now this is my little, y'all know I'm trying to be right there. I think she needs to go get clean. Yes, jail will get her clean in a sense of possibly no substances there, but I think she needs rehab. I think she needs therapy. And obviously you don't get that in jail.
Yeah, I feel like she should go to I feel you, Ebony.
I mean, I feel it. I mean, I can't say like going to prison.
I wanted to be like,
she needs help.
I wanted to say, yes, baby girl got some problems. I understand. She has had a rough upbringing. She got, I get it. Hard life, hard situation, mental health. I understand. But just on the strength of her attacking that man, there needs to be some consequences for that. She does this a lot, and there's no consequences. And I feel
there is consequences though, because if you go to rehab, you obviously ain't gonna have your son during that time. You obviously aren't gonna be doing shows, whatever things you have booked, you're not gonna do. But I do think, are we trying to reprimand her for her to come out of jail and do the same shit, or do we want her to change? And if we want her to change, she can still get access to drugs in jail. She needs to go to rehab and she needs to deal with her trauma. Now, if that is not going to be on the option, then of course, then maybe she needs to go to jail because you can't be a menace on these streets. But if it was up to me, she needs to get out of the environment, circle, and people that she is in. She needs to get the fuck off of Zeus Network. She needs to get away from Natalie Nunn. She needs to get out of that. She needs to go to rehab because I bet you she might not even remember she hit him as intoxicated as she was.
I don't think she remembers. I don't think her saying like I ain't do that is honestly like her lying. I don't think she recalls it happening for real. Because if you look at the video of the footage of her where she's on the stage and stuff, that girl is tripping. You see, it's one girl that like got the mic and she like leaning on her, and the girl trying to get her off. Like, what was she doing? Like, girl, Toni Braxton sitting there looking at her like, why is this? I was like, first of all, Tamar dead ass wrong. To have Toni in the same community as a Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton don't even be nowhere near Chrisean Rock ever.
Ever.
Living legend Toni Braxton.
I would send her to therapy and to rehab. A nice, good rehab. Yeah. Because I do think she has an addiction to alcohol and some other probably opioids. I mean, I don't think that's all alcohol.
If it's gonna be rehab, then James should sue her.
I mean, I'm not against that neither, but I would be disingenuous to say that I do want Chrisean to get her shit together. I don't want this to be the end of the road for her. I think she has a lot of talent in there. I think it's utilized in the wrong way. She has a lot of trauma. I do think there needs to be a different course or path. I do believe in redemption. So I'm hoping that for her, but it won't be at the cause of other people though. You can't traumatize other people. So my suggestion is to put her in a rehab. I think she's dealing with multiple mental health disorders, including postpartum depression, on top of drug use. So we can't get to your mental health until you're clean off of drugs. I think she needs some serious help. And if that's not on the table, then yeah, I guess you got to send her ass to jail. But for that baby too, she got to be like, where the baby gonna go? To Bluetooth? Where the baby gonna go? Like, I'm really wanting Chrisean to get together. Where is the baby gonna go? And I blame y'all for sitting here saying that baby was gonna change her. Babies don't change nobody. You have to already have that motivation to want to continue to do better, or that baby ain't gonna see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna see it. Talking about that baby was gonna, motherhood was gonna change her. Now look.
Yeah, look at what happened.
Hearing that baby in Walmart like this. Baby like he on the cross to Jesus like this with a dog. Baby just sitting there, just dangling.
So we gonna follow. We gonna see what happened. I feel bad for James. James ain't deserve that. James did not deserve that at all. And just to confirm, because I just got an inbox, I know this nigga. Okay.
Come on, Robert.
Okay, that's when we was both skinny. That's how that was when we were both little. So, all right, last story, y'all. Woo-hoo.
Come on, Kim. Come in the room, Kim. Come in the room, Kim. Come in the room. Because it's important time to shine. Come in the room, Kim.
Yes, get the candles going. Okay, so Cassie has sued. She's suing Diddy for $30 million, right? It is for rape and domestic violence. She has there's a very detailed court document out there. Karma sent me, y'all, and it was long, and I was it was like a book. The way I was like, damn. And normally I don't go. I read the highlights, or I'll go to somebody else, let them give me the highlights. But I was just reading it, like, oh my god, and just the sickening things that this man has done to this woman is ridiculous. Like, we all knew it was weird when Diddy got with Cassie anyway. When, you know what I mean, she first came out, she was like 18, 19, and he was an old ass man, like going on 40, and he got with her. We thought that was weird then. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, it was weird to me then.
I feel like 80s babies been new.
Yeah.
Diddy's time was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like millennials been new, because like, if you was born in the 80s and you got to see Bad Boy and everybody, and like Cassie, like Rihanna, like we're all the same age. And stuff just, it didn't add with Diddy. Like, why are all your artists broke? Why is all these things going on? How many people gonna keep talking about these parties that you got going on? I have been waiting on Diddy's demise, and what really peaked it for me was when Kim Porter died. Mm-hmm. I never believed that lady died of pneumonia. Never believed it. Never believed it. Never believed. Everything Diddy touches is dead. If it ain't their careers, it's bodies in the ground, all everywhere. From Biggie, like everywhere. Everybody is dead. You make money off their catalog. Diddy been seeming evil to me for years, and I've been waiting. And Kim said the wait is over. Come on, Kim. Kim said, not her children, not on her mother. Go watch. Mm-hmm. Kim is up here.
And it's crazy because now a whole bunch of videos are resurfacing like they haven't been out. We've been seeing this stuff about Diddy for a real long time. This ain't nothing new. They even now reopening Tupac's murder case, and Diddy's name is popping up a whole bunch. And listen, y'all, I love me Tupac, right? I've been saying this since he died. I need you to go to jail for that, because my man Tupac.
Kim standing on spiritual business. And I'm here for it. Kim on business. He thought putting her in the ground. Kim is on spiritual business. Mm-hmm. Going on.
Just said, because
it came out 5 years after she died. Kim on spiritual time, bitch. Mm-hmm. And she coming for Diddy. And I hope her spirit tear his ass up. It, like, even Al B. Shore getting sick and being in that coma for 2 years. I didn't even know Al B. Shore had a sniffle or a sneeze.
Yeah, I knew that. I didn't hear about when he was in the coma. I know he was in the coma, but when he came out, I heard all about it. And
what?
Yeah, and they were saying that again. He was saying that Kim's death was not what they're saying, and then boom, he was just gone.
Now you gone.
Right.
Now you gone.
Again, what they're saying is, and this, like what they said about my man Jamie Foxx. Like
Jamie Foxx, he talking about Nick Cannon. I don't know if y'all seen that, but y'all should go back and see the clip. But Jamie was talking about Diddy's parties, and he has said that he saw Nick Cannon at 13 years old. And sleeping up, like coming from like a couch somewhere. Where the hell this little nigga come from? And he like, you need to go back in the room. Next thing you know, Jamie's sick with his eyes closed, blind, something like that. Jamie gone. Jamie gone. Jamie
playing pickleball. So Al survived it. Jamie survived it. We gonna see what's going on. I do feel like
Biggie want to leave you. He had plans to leave. Gone. Gone. Tupac was talking about these parts. Gone. Tupac was saying that he thought he was a pedophile in the 90s. We got videos of Justin Bieber and you taking him for 48 hours. You Usher's at 14 years old. Usher doing interviews saying he may talk about it in the book. He saw a whole lot of stuff, but still restricted. You did it. You did it. You motherfucking did it. Aubrey O'Day been told us you was trash from Danity Kane. She said you wanted to make sexual advances. She said no. Next thing you know, Danity Kane, poof, gone. Day 26, poof, gone. At the peak of their career and making a band, one album, poof, gone. Mary J. Blige, you done found her on the street singing. She on drugs. Y'all, she on drugs.
Listen, y'all. When it's smoke, it's something. And I understand some people love Diddy, but it's something there. It is something there.
Then when you did Biggie's motherfucking movie, who you still ain't gave his catalog and rights to his mama or his kids, why wouldn't Lil' Kim a part of the creative decisions? Why? Lil' Kim also took her ass to jail for not snitching. I believe Diddy had COVID. I believe Diddy done did everything. I think Diddy brought us COVID. Can't nobody tell me shit.
She said Diddy.
Can't nobody tell me shit. When I tell y'all, my spirit Kim is telling me, bitch, by the time she done, he finna knock down so many celebrities. So many. When he was on Drink Champs, and he was trying to tell Fabulous, when you gonna party with me? I like it when you call me daddy. And Fabulous was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You've been doing fuck shit for a long ass time. And then you had me go watching that liar Tasha K.O. interviews. And that little girl, you was dating her.
The girl that was the girlfriend. The girlfriend. Yeah.
The little girlfriend, you punching her in the head. She done had 2 abortions. You got her and dumbass Carisha arguing over Twitter. And then Carisha tweeted, and I had to go back to them tweets because I didn't know what she meant at the time. But Carisha had tweeted and said, if I wanted you to eat my pussy, Diddy would have made you do it. And it's out there, y'all. The tweet is still out there. So now I'm looking at Carisha sideways because you could be a victim, but are you the perpetrator as well? You know what's going on, ma'am? I don't know what's going on. Diddy did it. Diddy did all of it. And I really think all we needed was somebody to stand on business. And it's Cassie.
And I'm feeling like maybe like a non-disclosure form has expired, like the limit or something, because like
he was trying to get them people the motherfucking catalogs back, wasn't it? Because they had to sign an NDA on top of it.
Yeah.
The catalog I didn't believe it when you was doing it, that it was out of good spirit. Because you done made all the money off of it. So what they making money off of once you give it to them? What the streams? Yeah. What are they making money off of when you have literally been able to use their name, likeness, and image? Remember that Bad Boy tour? Like they didn't even own their music, and you asked them to come back on tour.
But they need the money. They wasn't in positions where they needed the money, so he knew that. So like,
right?
How did Diddy get so much power? How did he get so much power?
Okay, so here go the tea, y'all. Now this is only for my spiritual girlies, because if you're not a spiritual girl, you're not gonna understand. Here go the tea. So somebody done sent me Sloan Bella, that's been going back viral on YouTube now. Okay. She's a medium. She had a conversation with Kim Porter. Now, I don't really do mediums like that because you gotta give me something concrete.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what was concrete. She said Kim told her 5 months from the date of the video it would come out, and we are exactly on 5 months today.
Mm-hmm.
She did a part 2 of the video. She said that Kim's book was not going to be about Diddy's sexual innuendos only, as far as the abuse and him being gay. Because honestly, we already knew that existed, and that was not what was going to take her out of this world.
Right.
She said that Kim, now I gotta say allegedly because she talked to her spirit, so now I gotta say allegedly, went to a party and found out at this party that people do sexual rituals that then gain them power, and they do it with younger people, such as Usher and Justin Bieber and all different things. So if you a spiritual girly and you wondering how the hell did somebody that said take that with no goddamn talent end up making $900 million? In the spiritual aspect, he's been doing rituals. In the legal aspect, he's been sex trafficking children. And that's the tea that Kim Porter was about to spill. But the white lady, Sloan Bella, said that Kim had an extra manuscript saved and it's finna come out. They said Kim gave something else to somebody else and it's finna come out 5 months from now. I'm waiting all weekend. Because be on some business. So Jaguar Wright recently just came out last night and said that apparently, allegedly, Cassie and Kim Porter had a sit down prior to her passing. On motherfucking business.
Yeah, because I didn't order the Jada Pinkett Smith book, but if they are able to get us Kim's book, I will be first in line. I'll be first in line to get that book.
Because Kim know, and Jean, who was, Diddy's former bodyguard, already said that Kim knew where all the bodies was buried. Kim on business. She on spiritual business. Because you can't do nothing to her now.
If he really tried to take her out, if that's the case, it would be him trying to take her out and then be on our faces crying about her, making a song about her. Like, you know what I mean? I watched a video today of a former bodyguard of Diddy talking about how Kim had slit his wrist with a corkscrew.
Yep, Jean.
Because Diddy was up there fighting her, and she was like, "Nah," and she fought back. So, people been saying this stuff about Diddy for years. It ain't even nothing new. It ain't nothing new.
And let it come to the motherfucking light, bitch, because she on spiritual business. You can't tell me in my spirit when the shit broke. All I thought about was Kim, and then I felt like my videos confirmed it. I'm like, Kim on spiritual business. You ain't fit to take her out where she can't raise her goddamn kids and thought it was it, because that would be me from the grave. And I'm here for it. Because you know what, y'all? Here goes some more spiritual tea. You know what one of Diddy's kids that never sit right with me is Justin.
Why you say that?
I can't put my finger on it. But like when it comes to all 7 of his kids, right? Like Justin, one is on the lawsuit. Justin is always in the NDA mentioned. It's always Justin Combs, Janice Combs, which is Diddy's mom, and him. I believe that Diddy was prepared to pass on things to Justin. But I do think in order to do that, to be successful, then you're going to have to be able to do the same things your dad did in order to maintain it, correct? Think about Lori Harvey for a second. Remember Lori had that little weird moment?
I might look that picture up, that she's talking about, because I want to see this.
Remember that weird moment where Lori was talking to Diddy, and then they said she was.
I thought that was weird when she was talking. She was talking to Justin first, and then she started talking to Diddy afterwards. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
And I was like, and Justin never came out and said he felt the way about it. Something doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like out of all his kids, Justin is the one he chose to follow in his footsteps. He's the one I pray on the most, because Quincy, which is Albie Shores, no one's talking about Quincy like that because Quincy know everything. Them girls, Delilah, the twins, they know.
I see the picture.
They don't really know who their daddy is. Chrisean, I think he do, and where's Chrisean? Do you be seeing Chrisean out? I think Chrisean.
That's Albie Shore's son, right?
Albie Shore's son is Quincy. Chrisean is Kim's son. That's their first oldest son. And then they have girls and the twins. Justin is Misha's son.
And that's why Misha was recently going off. You seen Misha recently been snapping about her son. Misha
is something about Justin's spirit that I've been praying for, because I truly believe Diddy was going to like pass his inheritance to Justin. And then this new little baby he got, I thought the baby name was Love, right?
I thought it was Love. No.
Let me tell you her whole name. If this ain't the most narcissistic shit, Love Sean Combs is that baby fucking name. I can't make it up. Love Sean Combs is the youngest baby's name. Y'all, something not right with that man.
No, it ain't right. It ain't.
Love Sean Combs is what you named that baby? Y'all been down a rabbit hole for hours. Love that baby. Remember Boom Boom Cat, Lauren Gibson?
Yes, a Boom Boom Cat.
I found the whole article on what they was arguing about. They said that nigga trying to hit her with a chair.
With a what?
With a chair. With a chair.
Wow.
This Boom Boom Cat. Boom Boom. Cat.
Wow. Wow.
Jack.
Well, Diddy, your day has come, baby. What I will say is your day has come.
And I got
Surviving Diddy is coming out. Y'all, and it's going to be crazy because people in the industry, they all know stuff about Diddy. So once I guess they finally get Diddy in a position where I guess they're able to be safe from him, we're going to hear a whole bunch more. Because clearly, you know, Diddy got some type of, I don't know if it's a spiritual warfare or whatever he got doing.
I'm telling y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready. If y'all think
it's time to bring that spirit and that demon down to his knees. That's what it's time to do because it's ridiculous.
It's fit to be bigger than R. Kelly. The amount of moves and people, if you think about over the career, like Diddy has helped put his name on mention, it's gonna be bigger than the
Does this mean that not only is Diddy about to go down, but some others are too?
How about that? I got my prediction list. Here's who I think is next on the docket. I think Trey Songz. I think his day of judgment is coming real soon. We've been hearing too much about you, sir. Way too much. Your day is coming. Drake Aubrey, your day is coming. Your day is coming too. Because I honestly think Chris Brown be smacking bitches. I think Trey Songz be raping bitches. I think so. Trey and Drake, you next on the docket. Jay-Z and that Aaliyah shit ain't never sat right with me. You next on the docket.
Ooh,
next on this docket. You next. I got it in my spirit, and I love me some Jay-Z. But you next on that docket because you always promoting Ciroc and your attachment to Diddy. I'm telling you, whatever you done did, Diddy fit to sing like a canary. You next on the docket. You next on the docket. So I believe they're coming up next as well. All y'all phase is on the chopping block. Nas. We already know you hit Khalees. When I tell y'all, everybody fit to tell on each other.
Yeah, they are. They about to. It's about to be crazy. Hip hop gonna run amok. Hip hop about to run amok, girl.
Hip hop fit to be in danger, sis. They fit to be in danger. All that shit y'all was doing in the 90s, all that stuff, all them. I'm telling everybody's fame is going down. Down. And can't nobody convince me otherwise. It's about to be a whole domino effect. Russell's still doing meditation in Indonesia, wherever the hell he at.
And you know who also recently said something? Kamora. She done did a little subliminal too, like it's all about to come out.
It's fit to go like a domino effect. People we won't even have on our minds.
It's gonna shock us how much is about to happen because
the people who we think were crazy is gonna be the ones that tell the truth.
But I'm just surprised that Diddy had this much power, but it's not just Diddy. It's about to be a lot.
It's fit to be a lot of people. It's been a lot of people. A lot of people been up here talking to underage girls because at that time it was cool. All these dominoes, everybody's skeletons fit to come on out this closet, and it's fit to blow our minds.
And that's probably
TDJ because I posted TDJ. I'm telling y'all something in my spirit. These preachers need to get exposed to something about TD. I can't put my finger on it.
This is why Diddy has been protected so long because he know everybody else skeleton, just like Donald Trump. Donald Trump know all them people, skeletons. So they was trying to be quiet and couldn't say nothing. It's about to happen. This is about to happen in hip hop. We was watching in politics go down. It's about to happen in hip hop.
It's about to happen in hip hop because TD Jakes is a lot of people's spiritual counselor in the Black community. And now I found out that TD Jakes was about to have sermons on Revolt TV, and you in pictures with Diddy, and Diddy up here telling us that you helped him. And then there was some rumors about you being connected to the Shade Room, TD Jakes. You had some issues with your daughter Cora. People's times fit to shine. Tyler Perry, Oprah. What I tell y'all, dominoes. We fit to find so much shit out. People said was crazy. Even if we didn't fully agree,
people about to be vindicated. Some people about to be seriously vindicated because people have been thrown as crazy, thrown out of the industry. Everybody call them, even if they became
Kanye to be vindicated. He's still crazy, but he's going to be vindicated on some shit. And I'm telling you, I think Kanye might also be that domino with Jay-Z and Kardashians and stuff like that. I think Monique about to be vindicated when it comes to Tyler Perry and Oprah. I think some dominoes affect some all the people that Cat Williams been saying shit, been crazy for years. He fit to be vindicated. All the people we thought was crazy, it's fit to happen. That's what I'm saying. Oprah had that school. Everybody got raped. She shut the school down. Ain't nobody say nothing. When I tell you Pandora's box about to be open, and I can't wait for each hot topic on Friday night. Kim is on spiritual business.
I ain't even mad. Kim said you want power. I'm gonna show you power. Come on, Queen.
She said I'm about to show you what's going on.
Come on, Queen.
Kim done round up Dondra and the rest of the people. Pop, Biggie, and catch this tea. We're gonna say this here so that if it happened,
pick it up
first, right? Okay. So that same white lady, Sloan Bella, go follow her. You gotta go back in her videos or type in Sloan Bella Biggie. She had a conversation with Biggie, and she said, now this video was 3 years ago. She said Biggie said that his people of who killed him was gonna come out 4 years from the date of that video. 4 years would be 20.
That was 3 years ago, so it'll be next year.
Exactly, but we already cooking. So Biggie said it's 3 motherfuckers, not just the one. And he said, Diddy, another nigga, and catch this tea, y'all. He said it was a girlfriend, a woman that helped with him being killed and set up. Sit tight, because I think it's fake that this whole sit tight. Because I think it's fake. I do not think it's Kim.
I can't say if I think it's fake or not, but her getting with Stevie J was very weird to me.
Because on the video, this video was 3 years ago, he said that the woman, people always think she's the sweetest and she's going to keep trying to change her appearance to people, but she will be exposed. And the first person I thought about was Faye, because what she did with Stevie was so like, I feel like we didn't know that side of Faye
at all. Yeah, it was for a loop. Like what? Yeah.
And then let's add it up now. Faye still cool with Diddy. He don't need, like, your son don't even have Biggie's motherfucking catalog. Why are you still cool with him? What he got on you? Run him up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
On some stuff too. Again, this is why all these fools is drugged out and just
I'm telling you, when I tell you all my faves, I love me some Mary J. Blige. I won't be surprised if her ass on the chop block too. When I tell you, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm just gonna be sitting around like I don't know who I'm gonna listen to on Spotify. That's how I feel.
Listen, I'm over here holding on to Fantasia. Okay,
I don't know who I'm gonna listen to. I don't know what concerts I'm gonna be able to go to because I really feel like this shit fit to just.
Yeah, I feel like it's about to be a lot of things exposed that we're not even prepared for. Like even the stuff that me and Karma are just throwing out there, like as like thoughts or whatever. I think it's gonna blow our minds. It's gonna blow
our minds because the way I'm looking at it, it's not the people who have fallen off; it's the ones that have survived.
Right.
So, what secrets or participation did you do to be able to have survived?
Yeah.
So when we look at Mary J.
If anything else, it's really just secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna get even deeper and it's gonna get scary if what you said as far as Jay-Z, because
everybody kept telling us people that thought the Illuminati was real. Like I always said, I'm not above it because I'm spiritual. So I'm not above people doing stuff to move up. Let me tell y'all, Illuminati crew, we finna be eliminated. I mean, vindicated. We finna be vindicated because this is crazy.
Listen, back when I was doing Blog Talk Radio, like 13 years ago, when we first like discussed Illuminati, and it's so funny. Myself in those days, like I was being educated on it. People was calling in and telling me about it, and I'm hearing about it. I'm like, what? Like I was so green to it. I wasn't like not believing it because again, the way this shit happens, it's something.
It's something. I've always thought it was something. Now, do I think everybody that throw up a diamond is in the Illuminati? Right. I don't know. But
everybody that's successful is. They try to make it seem like anybody that's successful is. I don't think that's true, but I do feel like something's
going on. Yeah, we always have these random conversations, right? Like, why is this person not successful who's more talented than this person? Like, there's always been these random conversations. We just couldn't connect the dots. And I feel like once Diddy and some other things start happening, because Diddy is connected to a lot of executives. I mean, power beyond power. You hear me? I really think we fit to get into some shit.
We are. And hopefully they don't have the Men in Black thing where they can just blink us and make us not know. Because I'm really,
I don't think so. I think this is the age of awakening, and I think that celebrity culture fit to be dead. And I say that in a way that how celebrities are revered and idolized.
I hope so. Yes, I'm for that. I am for that. Bring them off them pedestals for real.
That pedestal fit to be knocked down because y'all know I love me some Beyonce, but I don't think none of my faves is safe.
No.
I mean, even Erykah Badu, I've been knew she was a witch, but babes, some stuff too don't be adding up over there neither. Yeah. Why is everybody crazy after they talk to you? What is you putting on them? What is you doing? What is you doing?
Yeah.
See, something ain't adding up for me.
Listen, I hear you, and I'm over here holding on to my fave. I got you, Tasia. I got you, Billy.
Like none of my faves is gonna make it.
Yeah, you know what? I've lost so many faves through, like just throughout time because of that, noticing certain stuff, catching certain vibes. It ain't like I stop listening to their music or you know what I mean, but it's different. You know what I mean? It's just different. But I hold on to Tasia. That's my girl.
I never really heard anything about Fantasia or whatever. But like
she only goes to a certain level. If you pay attention, Fantasia can't peak where she should peak because of something.
Because you know what the other gag is? Because after hip hop's in danger, gospel fit to be in danger. It's a lot of little stuff going on over there that I don't understand. And Kim Burrell and some other people who I really be thinking sends a lot of hate messaging. Yes. That's cleaned up too. We have to be in danger.
I feel like it is totally time for a revamp of all of that stuff. Like you said, the celebrity stuff, all of that. I think it's time for it to stop. I do, because a lot of times they got them on this pedestal like they are so much better and they're above certain stuff, but they not. They some sick, nasty people that do devious things, and they got all this money and they make regular people feel like crap. And these people are really the ones that are crap. So it's time. It's honestly time.
It's obviously time. I mean, even if we look at content creators, right? What did Tasha K have to do to get a million followers?
Be nasty and dirty and manipulative and sneaky and spiteful and evil.
Exactly.
Like, that's not okay.
It's okay. Something about that industry. Something about the entertainment industry that is like
I don't like it. That's what I was always saying. Like I like what I do, but I don't want it to ever go too much because I don't like people hurting people. I don't like telling stories that, you know what I mean? Like I don't get pleasure out of hurting people and people falling and proving people wrong and this, like that's talking about these 3 different cases. I'm not getting joy from it. This doesn't make me happy and excited. I like to talk about love story, happy story, kids and stuff. That makes me happy versus this type of stuff. This is sick. Like we got to talk about it, but I'm not smiling. I feel like a lot of the content creators that do a lot of the leaking and all that kind of stuff, they enjoy it. They get pleasure. And that's not like, you know, being getting beat up and her mama cussing is fun. That's not nice. Why do you get joy out of that? I don't like it. That's just me.
I'm telling you, we ain't gonna be able to watch, listen to shit. TV gonna be next. These reality shows gonna get a revamp. It's just, I just really feel like it's gonna be domino effects. All I will say is that as the information goes on, to be mindful of people's mental health. If Usher decides to tell us what it was like being under Diddy's guardianship,
because he won't tell us everything. I've seen some of his stuff, but he definitely keeps it very,
real easy, because he was a child, and also being a child that is a male, this is gonna be a different territory. And Usher has always been revered as a sex symbol, and I think that also has something to do with him being under Diddy's guardianship. It was always presented to us as sexy in the 90s when he was a child. Diddy. So as stories come out, like I don't know why I'm telling the internet this, because they're not going to pay attention, but we should be just mindful of the commentary. And try not to victim blame, try not to question. Like, we need to be open to Justin Bieber, whoever else is gonna come out and blow our minds about their story, and be open to listen, and be also mindful of this triggering other people's trauma.
And I see what you're saying, Ebony, and I understand that. But again, I feel like at this point, some people ain't gonna have no choice but to say nothing. Remember, Usher discovered Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber went to Diddy because of Usher. Justin Bieber done been through some shit. So he might not have a choice. He might not have a choice but to tell us.
We gonna have to be very mindful, because we fit to go in some nuanced territory that y'all not gonna be ready for, right? We have to remember, R. Kelly became a predator because he had untreated trauma from his sister doing what she did to him, and then him becoming from the victim to the perpetrator, correct? So when we're looking at these stories, and as people come out, and if we find out that, I'm sure T.I. and Tiny and everybody else, and we start to see how people started as victims and become perpetrators, you have to also remember that during that time frame, nobody talked about anything. There wasn't no therapy. You just need to go sit on this person's lap. We're gonna be able to have some real conversations about child molestation, a whole bunch of things that we haven't really been able to unpack as a Black community, because this Diddy situation is about to be the tip of the iceberg. And I don't know how Diddy got to being Diddy, but I'm sure we're gonna find this
how he got there.
What I hope hell is going on.
I definitely hope the truth does come out. Whatever the truth is, I hope the truth does come out. And we have no more alleged, no more this, that, and the other. We just have facts and the truth. Number one, I do feel like Cassie was abused. Everything Cassie says, I believe Cassie. I stand with Cassie. And I'm not the person that always jump on Me Too people. I don't do that. I usually do wait and sit just a little bit more, but I do believe Cassie, because I watched that relationship develop. I was alive. I was an adult, a young adult myself. I'm just a little bit older than Cassie. So I watched it happen. So I believe everything Cassie said. I'm sorry. Every single thing Cassie said, I do believe. But what I do hope, once this gate starts opening and the flood and all the stuff just comes out, I really hope that we're ready for the healing that we need, because a lot of this is just unhealed trauma. And that's scary.
Because when we say things like believe victims, what we're essentially saying is that their statement needs to be investigated.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be counting shit out before there's an investigation. So when I say things like I'm gonna believe victims, means that I am going to believe that this needs to be looked into. I'm not about to pick apart this victim statement, right? If she is coming to us and saying somebody raped her, that needs to be investigated.
I agree with that.
They don't need to be torn down. They don't need to be asked all these questions. It needs to go to the authorities, and we need to figure out what has happened.
Exactly.
And we should be doing that automatically. Once we start to, I don't know, that means if ever you are in a situation, why should we believe you?
I agree with
that.
Why
should we even believe what you're saying? So we need to believe that victims need answers.
Yes, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And I like the way you worded that, because that's where I like to investigate. I want to hear more. I want to dig deep. Because
that's what they're doing. They're making a statement. They're making a lawsuit. They're saying this has happened to me, and now I want justice for it. And people will discredit without nothing else. It's like, believe that this needs to go where it needs to go.
Yeah. Now, I'm also the type of person where I believe that it does happen where sometimes people make statements that are not true. So that's why it needs to be investigated. Like, I don't instantly, I'm not saying that someone is right or wrong or telling the truth or lying, but I do believe it needs to be investigated. Now, when it comes to Cassie, I believe everything she said. So, I believe everything that's in her mouth.
I haven't been wrong yet with my gut about certain stuff that happens. Now, when I'm not sure about a victim's statement, I just be quiet. And that's okay to do.
Me too. That's what I do.
So when Juicy Smollett came on our timelines and said he was in Chicago in -4-degree weather trying to get a sandwich and somebody threw a noose over his neck, I said nothing because his statement needed to be investigated without the public opinions and commentaries of him being a liar until we found out he was an actual liar.
I remember that,
and I knew his ass was lying too, but I was never about to. Cause what if I'm wrong?
Yeah,
Jesse
effed it up for me because now I didn't jump on the bandwagon and be like, yeah, but I was like, I remember it was like something trending, like you go to make your profile picture to I stand with Jesse. Like this was right when it happened, right? And I remember being like, yeah, because I was an Empire fan. And, you know, he came out and I'm like, yep, he could sing. He talented. I believe him. He a black man. Somebody fucking with him. And it ain't cool, right? I instantly, I did that. Look into it. Like, I felt like investigate. So I
But that's fine to say that, to say investigate. But to add the commentary up, his ass line, the story don't make any sense. I'm saying when a victim speaks at this particular time, I don't believe that you should make any early assumptions in the fact because it does more damage if we are wrong.
Now, yeah, now when he did that was when I got quiet, Ebony. When he said he was the gay Tupac, I got quiet.
You got quiet with that, girl. I was quiet when I read the article. When I read
that made me just be like, I went on mute. I ain't say nothing else. Like I didn't. we had a podcast at the time. I think it was Two Hot Chicks. Or it was Chick Chat. It was one of them. And we were talking about it initially. But once he said he was a gay Tupac, girl.
All I did was share the article and say, I hope we get answers.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Hold on. Check the Facebook because the receipts don't lie. Carly, what did I do? I gave y'all the facts.
Yes.
And I said, I'm going to hold it until it's because if I am wrong, I'm not about to sit here and like we already don't get coverage and victims aren't believed. If I am wrong, it's gonna do more damage. I waited.
Yes.
And so what I did not talk about on this podcast till it came out and found out the whole ass lie.
Now what I did do, because I saw it on my TikTok, and this is when it first came out, right? And people were looking for her, and they said "Black woman missing." I shared it.
As we should, but that's what I'm saying. As you should, because it would have been more damage if you didn't share it, and she was actually missing, and her ass lying about it, but her being safe. So yeah, I shared it, but what I wasn't gonna do is speak.
Yeah, I wasn't speaking. I didn't know this lady. I didn't know shit about the story. I wasn't near. Like, if it was somebody I knew, I probably would be up there speaking. Like, the reason I have so much to say about Chrisean is because somebody I knew got up there and said some shit. I'm like, oh, I know him. I know him. Yeah.
I'll be honest with Chrisean. I believed it when I heard it. When it came out, I definitely believed it. Yeah. I didn't even mention it on my Facebook at first about Chrisean needing to keep her hands to herself until Robert.
Right. I didn't say nothing until Rob said something. And all I did was screenshot where Rob said, I know this motherfucker. I believe him. And I let it go. I put that.
And honestly, it just, from the get-go of hearing Chrisean's, the story, I could not understand why somebody would lie.
Right.
I didn't understand, like, what would Tamar and them get from it now? Am I saying Tamar is truthful all the time?
Right.
No. Am I saying that Tamar is the most likable?
No.
No. What I am saying is that when it comes to her shows and things like that, I have never heard such a peculiar story.
Right.
Of like Tamar trying to get people to come on and set up. Like, I ain't never heard no
and
shit.
using other people to get people to come. Like, never. I have not ever. So I was like, what? They said Tamar don't have a career. They said Tamar didn't have no talent. I seen so much stuff from that fan base, and I was like, wow, like, huh? Tamar don't have a career. First of all, this is the Love and War tour. This is Tamar's tour. This is like, this is her tour. So
I don't know any Chrisean song. I
was like, what? Yeah. So I didn't. Anyway.
I know you're not talking about the legendary Braxtons, and that also lets me know that Chrisean's fan base is also 12 years old. Because I know damn well we can say a lot of things about Tamar, but what we're never gonna say is she's using Chrisean for anything.
Anything. Y'all was reaching with that, babies. I know y'all a little young, and Tamar is an auntie to y'all, but y'all reaching real hard on that. Because Tamar's sister is the living legend, Toni Braxton. If she's gonna use anybody for clout, it's gonna be her.
She's coming to stick Toni.
What she did, she used the living legend for the clout that got her where she is as far as a tour, and it is called the Braxton Family Values.
So yeah, I don't know what that fan base was thinking, but they young. They just found out Brandon and Ray J was related. Like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all done crossed the line. Now, like I said, we got issues with Tamar. But ain't nobody using nobody.
That was just the reason she couldn't do it.
Now, I hope Tamar learned her lesson about picking up croissants on the way.
Yes. Tamar don't do that no more. If you
want to mentor someone with that type of trauma or whatever, that needs to be a conversation you have, and that you meet them prior to ever doing any form of formal or informal business with them.
And we don't need them on the stage with you, because because you're trying to mentor them and bring them in doesn't mean your fan base is, okay?
Or that she was welcome to being mentored. Yes. She may have only seen you as an opportunity to perform, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think that, with Tamar, I think she needs to be more mindful of, if you would like to mentor people, that is something before. I also think Tamar needs to revisit her camp a little bit, because the whole PR surrounding this situation was a hot ass mess.
Yes, Tamar, stop feeding the ratchets.
Please. One PR statement from your camp. Yes. Because anything that is posted could be used for or against James in a court of law.
Honestly, Tamar, now that you understand and you know the situation with your team and the people you have around you, Mr. Hatcher should have just been the only one to release a statement.
No, because Robert is not a PR.
And he's not. If there was gonna be, I don't know if she has PR, but if she was gonna have somebody from the camp,
Tamar needs a PR. Robert was not PR. He should not have had to come on Beyonce's internet to tell that story. What y'all should do was get one statement.
I feel like Robert had, I guess he felt like he had to save it, because it went all over the place.
Because Troy running his mouth, no fire. When the incident happened, Tamar's person and a lawyer, because James could be pressing charges, should have curated a statement on the events that occurred, what was going to be happening, and everybody shut the hell up.
True.
That's it. Now we got 15 goddamn lives. Tamar crying on live, Robert on live, Troy talking about a ringtone. Now he came back and said he ain't part of the tour. Hot ass mess. Now why Troy fired?
Yeah.
Then Troy came out and told us he ain't on the tour no more. Now why he fired? Why he ain't on the tour no more?
Because he did too much.
That required him to be fired. I mean, yes, he did much, but that don't require him to be fired.
I don't think he should have got fired either. No, I feel like this is a lesson for Tamar and the whole team, that you need that on your staff. I don't know why Tamar, the level that Tamar is at, doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense to me.
And then here's another thing. So your camp don't sign NDAs? That he was even able to get the fuck on the internet to talk about what's happening?
What was nice and what was understandably respectful was that a video wasn't leaked, because everybody kept saying, what a video, or a picture of James, show the picture of the fight. I was like, first of all, adults don't instantly take out their phone to record stuff. That, if it's like a situation and if it's like four of us and we close and we in a room, we know each other, some shit pop off. Usually we're not grabbing our phones and taping get pictures, trying to expose somebody. I think about it, something would have happened at my girls' trip. Somebody got into a fight, something. It wouldn't have got leaked on the internet.
But this is what I'm saying. People been famous too long for doing this shit. You can turn your phone off.
Yeah.
No public opinion should be swaying you this much to even make this live. We are talking about something that can turn into a legal situation. Therefore, everybody needs to shut up. So if everybody was saying, I don't believe him, I don't see his face, it really doesn't matter. If we went ahead and did the police report, took the pictures and all of that, all we need to do is curate a supportive statement and a generality that's approved by the lawyer and call it a damn day and log out of Twitter.
And do it. And that's honestly what it used to be like in the industry. And it's just, I don't know if people got addicted to social media and they just can't stop recording, going live, taking pictures, whatever. Is that what it is? Because it used to be like that. Are PRs not getting hired no more? Is that what it is?
Listen, you know me. I could throw some stuff together for them. I could throw a little package. Maybe I need to put up a cute little.
If I ever
do a PR thing for like
viral, or some shit happens where I just all of a sudden just blow up and I need.
Girl, you would never, because I would call your phone so quick and log you out. It would never happen.
I'm gonna call you before I post anything. Whoa. That's the first thing I'm gonna do is call Karma. Karma, I don't know what I'm doing. Take my phone. I'm gonna just give it to her.
Or 90 to 95% of the time, if you shut up, a new story will happen. Unless it is something super egregious. If you ride it out and you don't interact where the blog can take it and then add another story and another layer to it, I know the attention of the internet is 2.5 seconds. We were talking about KeKe, and now we're talking about Diddy.
Right.
If you wait, the news cycle will roll.
Like Rob said, they did call the police. A report has been filed. They do know about this. So let that stuff play out. Because then the blogs will come back a month later. Chrisean Rock is in rehab. Remember when we talked about the situation? This is the follow-up. You know what I mean? It'll come out.
It'll come out. They never had to say anything, honestly.
Because Tamar fans that have bought tickets to this Love and War tour will still coming to your concert, sis. They wasn't going to stop.
It wasn't going to stop.
I just stop nothing. Now, if it gained Tamar a few more sales, maybe. I don't know. But
I just feel like all of this, like you said, I guess no one's hiring PRs anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There would have been first of all, I would have told her everybody needed a goddamn NDA and regardless, because I don't know what the fuck goes on Beyonce's Renaissance tours.
At all.
Nobody is talking while on tour to press or anything. Everything should be vetted through PR. But the fact that you don't have that type of NDA is already mistake number one. And number two, girl, I would have typed that up and sent it to TMZ and had the lawyer approved it, and everybody shut the hell up. Log out if you can't take the comment section.
Yep.
Letting these bots fuck you up. What? Man, y'all better let that shit roll off your bag. And it's somebody that's been dragged a couple of times. I feel like it's once every other goddamn month. Log off and go to bed.
We ain't getting in trouble, but we probably will one of these topics as we follow these stories. But that's it, y'all. That's it. We went a little bit over, but it was 3 topics, so we gave each topic 30 minutes.
I think we did really good. We gonna come back with some reality shows.
Yes, we gonna see y'all. I guess I'm gonna talk to Karma and see if we're gonna do Love and Married to Medicine.
Girl, she's trying to talk me into. Y'all know I can't stand Phaedra, and I was like, I'm battling my morality right here because it's about Phaedra.
Watch episode 1 and just see if you want to go from there. Let's just do that one
for you. I'm gonna do it for you because you know.
And if you watch it and you say, "Yeah, we got something," then we're at it. But we'll be back Wednesday, y'all, with Love and Marriage Huntsville and the Housewives of Potomac review. So if you like it, I love it. We love you guys. We thank you guys for kicking it with us, and we will see y'all next week. Keep Kim going, y'all. The ancestors are working.
Kim, if you can hear me. Before we end it, girl, fuck him up and be about your spiritual business. Amen.
All right. We'll talk to y'all later.